Hello, and welcome to the Psychic Wave Podcast. I'm your host, Andrew Sanishin, and on this episode, we had Bela Lugosy. He also goes by Albert, and a bunch of other things he said that I could call him, but I know him best as Albert and Bela Lugosy. He is a filmmaker, photographer, and CEO/founder of AcidTones, which is a really cool concert series thing that you can find on YouTube. He is also the drummer for the band Polux. And I'm super excited that he came on the podcast. I'm always excited that the guests come on the podcast. But he went the extra mile, and I mean literally. He took the train from San Diego all the way to the Fullerton station here. And I'm just so honored that he would take time out of his day and travel that stretch of land just to come talk with me. So thanks again, Albert. I had such a great time hanging out. He informed me a little bit about the music scene in Tijuana, which I had no knowledge about. He spends his time San Diego, Tijuana area. He grew up in that area, so he kind of pushed away some stereotypes that I had formally beaten into my ears over the years of just hearing about Tijuana. And he gave me a better look about what Tijuana actually is, so that was really cool. Yeah, also does work for Coffee and Metal, which is a cool YouTube series you should definitely check out. He's editor for that whole thing. And after the podcast, we actually went and drove ourselves down to the Continental Room. He's the first podcast guest to go there with me directly after a podcast. And that was really exciting. He met some of my friends. We saw the number 44 play with Spirit Mother and Dream Phases. Phases. I'm going to fuck that up, but I was told by the number 44 to check them out, so I'll get that right. But yeah, he went to that show with us, and it was super fun. Number 44 gave me one of their split releases with Spirit Mother, and it's a stupid ego thing, but I got a +1 for their show at the Hi-Hat on Saturday. So I'm on the guest list, baby. Yeah, VIP, sucker. No, I'm just kidding. I shouldn't be bragging about that, but it's a nice feeling because I really respect those dudes, and to see that they put me down there for the guest list, it means a lot, you know? Makes me super happy. So I want to give an extra special shout-out here to my little brother, Evan. Today is his birthday. He is 20 years old. No longer a teenager. He cannot hide behind the facade of hormones and all that stuff. So happy 20th birthday, Evan. I love you very much. And man, stop growing. It's fucking weird. You're making me feel old, and I should not feel old. What else? What's been going on that you don't need to know about, but I want to talk to you about because I have your attention, apparently? I dyed my hair. I dye my hair purple every once in a while and kind of just let it fade out over time. And it's stupid, but it makes me feel really good. So I was feeling really good about that. It was fun for me. It made me feel like 10% sillier, which I definitely need in my life. I think I take things that don't need to be taken seriously a little bit too seriously sometimes. So if you got to just dye your hair to make that change, why not? So I was doing that, feeling really good. And then I got to my office yesterday morning, and I was just trimming my beard, like cleaning it up, making it a little bit shorter and even. And the clippers broke halfway through. So I'm standing there with like half a scraggly beard and then half a shorter beard on the other side. So I didn't know what to do, so I just shaved the whole thing off. And I feel like a newborn fucking baby. I feel like I look like a 13-year-old girl because of the length of my hair. And I haven't seen my face in a long time, like about a year. And last night, everybody kept saying like, oh shit, did you shave it? It was an accident. I don't like it. I'm waiting for it to grow back. Okay, it'll come back. But yeah. It's stupid, but I feel so different. It doesn't feel like it's me. But yeah, that's what's going on in my life. King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard tomorrow at the Hollywood Palladium. I will be there. If anybody's there, please say hi to me. Other than that, I hope you enjoy this podcast. Thank you very much. All right.
Hey.
How's it going?
I'm doing really, really, really good. Yeah. Thank you for having me.
Of course. So I'm with Bella Lugosy.
Hey, everyone. What's up?
And I met you for the first time at the MGMT show.
Yes, that was 2 weeks ago.
In your neck of the woods.
I know. In beautiful, sunny San Diego.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah.
I'm
really
actually
good show.
not going to wear these. It's kind of messing with my hearing.
Yeah, by the time, man. All right. Let's do it.
Cool.
No headphones.
No headphones.
Loose hair.
Loose hair.
Fuck it.
We already know the sound's good, so we'll be fine.
Perfect. All right.
But yeah, I met you for the first time there, which was really funny. And I'm glad to have met you in your hometown or where you reside.
Yes. Hometown.
Yeah.
Reside. Hometown. Yeah.
And we know each other through Instagram. That's pretty much it.
Yeah. I would say what? I would say about a year.
About a year ago.
Yeah, I would say. Hey, cheers to that, though.
Cheers. Thanks for being here.
No, thank you for having me.
So we met there, and you were with some friends, and we hung out for a minute, did our thing, and then now you're here. What, a week? 2 weeks?
Yeah, a week and a half after.
Week and a half?
I'm actually here. I can't believe it.
Yeah, you took the train up.
Yeah, I love traveling through the Amtrak. That's one of the things. I don't like being stuck in traffic.
Yeah.
I like to go, and it's such a peaceful thing to do.
Yeah.
I usually don't meditate, but that's my meditation. Just sit there, grab a cold one. They have a bar.
Oh, yeah?
And they have a bar in the train, and you just watch the whole ocean going through.
Yeah.
And,
I haven't done from here to San Diego, but I've always wanted to. I go, from here to L.A.
Nice.
To Union Station. That's fun.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's as pretty as the San Diego trip.
Yeah. From here to LA Union Station, you just see a bunch of construction going on.
Yeah.
You see the bridge, and it's like, okay, you're in LA now.
Yeah.
But you do see all the beautiful beaches that's there. La Jolla, and then you see what's it called? Yeah, you see La Jolla, and then you see before that, you see the Belly Up, which is a really good venue. You actually see it passing.
Still never been there.
You gotta go there. We'll take you there. I'm gonna take you there.
Yeah. Sounds good. You tell me when something good's happening, and then I'll take the train down.
There
and
you
then
go.
I'll go there.
And I'll pick you up from the train station.
Cool.
We'll go from there.
Sounds good.
You'll love it there. It's like I said, it's my pre-meditation to whatever I'm gonna do today. For example, here I was like, okay, I gotta, feel centered. Don't get nervous.
Nervous?
Ooh, yeah.
There's nothing to be nervous about.
Nothing.
It's just gonna be us having beers talking.
That's what I like about it.
Yeah.
I done, other radio station, and it's just like, oh, snaps. Here it comes. Try not to say the funk word.
Yeah. We don't have those rules here.
Awesome. So funk it, right?
Yeah, funk it. Yeah, I feel like that would be hard, like radio stuff, because you're kind of waiting when you're back on air. And then, I don't know, it just seems limited. You can't be...
It is.
And then you only have a minute or two to explain yourself?
Yes.
that's not enough time to...
Yeah, there's not enough time for basically anything.
Yeah.
And it's just, what's it called? You do the radio interview, and then they play your song, and then I think that's where you kind of let it all out. While they play your stuff, while it's in the air, and you're just like, fuck, did I say this? What's up next?
Yeah.
So you kind of more relaxed after they've done playing your track.
Oh, okay, good. Good. Yeah. So we'll talk about the bands and stuff that you're in right now, but before that,
yes.
Where and how did you start playing music?
Ooh, I started playing really late. I started playing at the age of 17. Mm-hmm. I'm 21 now. For the 10th time, which makes me 30.
Okay. I was like, for the 10th, what does that mean? Oh, it took me a second.
There you go. I'm forever 21.
Yeah.
Yeah, always.
Good. That's how it should be.
I started playing really late. I don't know. I watched The Strokes once on TV. And I used to live in Tijuana at that time when Is This It came out. And I always had the habit of watching old videos. I would go to school here in the United States, in San Diego, and I would go leave at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and then I'll be in Tijuana at my house at that time. It will be like an hour on foot, obviously, bus, cross the border and whatnot. And my parents were always strict with me. As soon as I get back, home from school, homework.
Yeah.
And then, I was in middle school. I was a little bit older now, more mature, I guess. So I could watch homework. I could do homework while watching TV.
Okay.
So I would watch old videos because at that TV channel, they would show an hour of classic videos.
Nice.
Blondie, Guns N' Roses, and all the other stuff. My dad loved it. So that was like the segment that him and I would watch, and I would be doing homework. And then the video of last night came out, and it's shot old. Like, if it's live, it's shot like if it was an 80s video.
Right.
And it's just really shitty sound.
Yeah.
And I was like, whoa, that like caught my attention.
Yeah.
At that time in school, everybody was into the whole Limp Bizkit, Blink-182 shit.
Oh no.
And that was like, yeah, this is rock music. And I was like, something tells me that's not rock music at all.
That is...
give it up for the kooky and the nookie and roll with it? No, sorry, Limp Bizkit.
That type of music was... Even then, when that was popular, I was... Oh, shit, I don't know. When everybody was listening to it, we were in junior high.
Yeah.
But like Limp Bizkit, we never got into.
Yeah, and it was like Limp Bizkit, Korn, and all that stuff. And me coming from being a Pokemon master,
right?
From the Game Boy Red and Blue, it was like, okay, I already caught them all. I think I should do something, like what's music or rock and roll, and that was for me. That I saw Albert Hammond Jr. doing this.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, yo, that's what I want to do for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
And I asked my dad if I could get a guitar. And he's like, you crazy? No. Done with your homework? Turn your Nintendo 64.
Yeah.
And I didn't get a guitar until like 5 years later, until I saved all my lunch money.
Yeah. Because what was his reasoning? He wanted you to stay home?
It was too expensive.
Oh, okay.
They couldn't afford it.
Right.
And, it's understandable. I come from like really strict background. And, I got all my lunch money and I bought the guitar, and it was like, later, Skater Boy. No more soccer. No more anything.
What type of guitar?
I got it was a Squire pack.
Okay, yeah. That was like my first, my dad bought me a guitar, like a cheap Ibanez, but a really good one when I was like 14. But when I bought my own guitar, I just got a Squire, and it was like, it worked, and that was kind of where I learned. And I told myself that if I got better at guitar, I would get a nicer guitar.
A nicer, yeah.
But I think Squires are really good to start.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I still have it. It doesn't work anymore, and I started playing really late. And all my friends, they were already like amazing guitar players, so I learned from them, and do the chords, a lot of like Nirvana and Kurt Cobain stuff, and. Yeah, and it was like playing strokes, and that's what made me what I am right now.
That's great music to learn. To have that be your roots.
Yeah, that's where my roots, and obviously like later on I got into like jazz and the whole, how to do D diminished sevenths and how to do, D minor 13s and harmonize. Yeah. But that's that came on later.
Yeah, I always had instruments around because my dad played music, but I played for a year on and off when I was 14, because at that time it was like girls, skateboarding, school, and then guitar, like probably in that order, or guitar then school. But so I had too many things like going around, and then I didn't play until like I moved out of my parents' house and got my own apartment, and then I was like, I haven't played music in forever.
Yeah.
So I've basically been playing nonstop since 19 now. Since 19. But yeah, I still feel like behind most people. You know what I mean?
Same here.
Because I started late. And it's so stupid because when you say started late,
it's like 19 isn't old, but for music, some kids are starting at 8 years old.
Exactly.
And then those kids are shredding by the time we're just picking up the guitar. So.
Yeah, and I remember I went to like music lessons, and I was a senior in high school, and everybody was like freshmen, and they're all playing Master of Puppets.
Yeah.
And it was like, geez, I wish I could do that.
Yeah.
And I can barely play a full F chord.
Yeah.
that was the nightmare. But yeah, I practice every day, and I'm still behind. I still feel like I'm the shittiest guitar player out there.
You'll always be behind somebody. Yeah. So it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, and it's so weird because like all my friends like that that they started ahead. They're like, "Oh my god, dude, how'd you do that?" And it's like, "No, I feel no, don't ask me this." Yeah. I feel I'm still the shittiest guitar player, and I'm proud of it.
It's funny, the people that tell me that like they've liked some of the songs I've written. I'm like, in my mind, I feel bad because I feel like I'm limited, and that if they knew how simple it was, they wouldn't like it as much. Mm-hmm. But they don't know that, so who gives a shit?
Same here. It's, oh my God. Yeah, I go through the same process. It's like, I bust out a riff, and then it's like, oh God, that's really bad.
Yeah, but in a band, it relies a lot on the other members too.
Yeah, it does.
So you can be okay at guitar and then have great players behind you.
Oh yeah.
So what was your first band?
My first band, wow. My first band was, I would say when I was, 20? It was me and a girlfriend of mine, and she was on drums and I was on guitar, and we started off from there. And at that time when I met her in college, and she's like, "You're playing a Squire?" And that got me like, okay, you got to step it up.
Yeah. That's so rude. But
I know. And she was such a badass drummer, and I was like, okay, I got to like step that up. So, either the Butler looks pretty frosty.
That one looks frosty. Yeah. I have to go with the Natty Daddy.
The good daddy.
Yeah. But so then you decided, because, as most women do, they force us to try harder.
Exactly.
So you like started trying harder?
Yeah, I tried harder. And so that was my first band. It was just 2-piece, and we played house parties.
Nice.
That was fun. Really terrible both vocalists at that time. Mm-hmm. And yeah, it was like, no bass.
But I bet it was fun.
Yeah. Oh man, I had so much fun playing those house parties.
Yeah.
I had some dude trying to like pour. I remember clearly. We played in this little living room, and this guy came up to me because I don't know where we threw this, like, I think it was the riff from Reptilia. Yeah. And like, okay, then we're gonna go to the main song. Like that was like the little mini teaser cover or whatever.
Nice.
And the guy went crazy, and he tried to like pour beer on me, like try to give me, to drink it, but I don't know. It was dark.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, I had like a bottle in my face, beer all over on the guitar. Yeah. And yeah, he was like, "Dude, the beer was good, right?" And I was like,
"Oh, so he was going crazy in a good way." Yeah. He like was super excited. He wanted you to drink the beer.
He thought he was gonna like. I think he thought that he was tall enough to pour me beer, but no. His hand just like reached my face.
He thought it would be a cool moment.
Yeah, no, it went really bad, and that's when the Squire kind of got fucked up.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think that was like our third house party that we played.
Yeah.
After that, I finished college, and then I started playing.
Where did you go?
I went to Southwestern College.
Okay.
In San Diego, community college. And then after that, I went to UCLA.
Nice.
And I came back to San Diego. Mm-hmm. And after that, it was like, okay, I got a piece of paper now. What's gonna happen?
What were you studying in college?
Film.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah. So doing film, and then it was like, okay, what's a piece of paper?
Right. I mean, just real quick, but your Instagram is like, musician, filmmaker, all this stuff. So I mean, you've always been like attracted to the creative side of everything.
To the creative process of the art.
Do you think watching those music videos kind of made you want to be a filmmaker?
Yeah.
Or was it movies? Or
it was actually the Lord of the Rings.
The Lord of the Rings, yeah. I mean, when those movies came out, those were so much crazier than like every other movie. Yeah. They were so huge, you know?
And it was something that I would look forward to Christmas other than my birthday. My birthday is December 12th.
I remember you couldn't get tickets for them sometimes. Yeah. The theaters, yeah.
And now I remember, it's like, what do you want for your birthday? I want to go see the Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
I remember I watched the first one, and it was my parents, my little brother, and my best friend. And we went to, I think it was like a 9:30 show. Uh-huh. And I was just like overwhelmed by it. We did not know it was a 3-hour movie. Yeah. And by the time, I'm going to be such a nerd right now. By the time the Fellowship, it's fighting in the woods with the Uruk-hais, and they're all beating the shit out of each other. I was like, dude, this movie's... Oh, what? You guys fell asleep? Like, fuck. Okay, bring me the popcorn.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
I was so into it.
I did fall asleep in one of them, but... I think I was tired before I went to go watch it. Yeah. so I'm watching. I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah, I think that was like the only movie that I watched more than once in the movie theaters.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was for me. It was like, dude, I watched it twice.
Yeah.
Like in the movies, you know.
Yeah.
Obviously now with Star Wars, like I've seen it a bunch of times, but it doesn't compare like to Lord of the Rings.
Right, the way it felt at that time.
Yeah, man.
That was me for The Dark Knight.
Oh my god.
I watched that one. Like, if I heard that somebody hadn't seen it, I was like, we're going. Let's go right now. Like, and then it got annoying to where, like, I was like, I knew every line. And I had to stop going because, you know, I still love that movie, but I've watched it enough.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, if I saw a kid today that said that they haven't seen it, I'd be like, all right, well, go watch it.
Go watch it.
But I've seen it enough.
Too many times.
It's great, but I don't need to see it ever again.
This year is the 10th anniversation of it. And
it's not.
Yeah. I was
Is it really? Yeah. It's been 10 years?
10 years since it came out. I was actually, a friend of mine and him and I were talking that they should do a 10-year anniversary just for one weekend, show it on IMAX.
Yeah.
And him and I would totally go.
I'm sure they will.
They should, though. I mean, come on, Nolan. Like, really?
You're on a last name basis?
Yeah. So going back to doing the film it's just things that I like to do with it. For me to do music, I gotta see movies, and for me to do movies, I gotta hear music.
Right.
It's I don't know. It's
you get inspired by both sides of it.
By both sides of it, and it's like I don't know. It's the movies is the one that I actually put like all my personal experiences and like feelings to it.
Right.
And then with music, I do completely like the opposite. And like none of the songs are about me.
Right.
But you know, it's conversations that I had with people or that I heard on the street.
Right.
Points of views and whatnot, and like that goes into the lyrics. It's so.
I wish I could do that. I can't. Right now, I can't write songs that aren't just 100% about me. Yeah. Like if anybody knows me, like on a really intimate level, listening to my songs, they would know exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah, it's like,
you know,
boom.
And it's like, I wish that I could kind of have that disconnect and just write about like some kind of like lizard warrior from the future or something. But I can, but it doesn't feel the same as writing the personal stuff.
Yeah, it's so weird. Maybe because like I have a lot of maybe because I've seen a lot of friends and you hear a lot of songs and they always ask the artist like, well, what happened? Why did you wrote this song?
Yeah.
Did he or she hurt you? And
right.
It's like, oh my God, it's so heartbroken. And it's like, no, I don't want to be that person. So I write something that's completely the opposite. I like it. It's challenge. Yeah, it's not easy. It's challenging.
It's definitely hard.
And I like it. And it's like if I'm late night and I feel like writing lyrics, it's like okay, but it's not about me though. I'm always like, okay, never make it about you. But in the movies,
that's pretty cool.
Like little little videos or music videos that I directed. Yeah, I do put like, okay, this happened to me. We can try this scene and do it this way. Yeah. You know, and then we'll see how the actors work with them.
Right. I feel like that's probably smarter because in movies, you can always tell when something is really unnatural.
Exactly.
So if you have an actual situation that's happened to you, as long as the actors are somewhat capable
of doing it,
it's going to be really natural and feel real.
Yes, you know? Exactly. Yeah. So that's what I do. That's what I love. But
so you graduated college, and then what's next?
What's next? San Diego. So, you know, piece of paper, and it was like, what am I gonna do with it? You know, a piece of paper, and let's start. I was playing in this band called Pilots. That was like, and my friend Miguel, he had such a great voice, and it was like really experimental at that time. And my mentor, his name is Ariel Uribe, which goes by the name of Solve. He does like a lot of noise stuff. He's always been like my guide of music. He's like, hey, you always have to look at the root. And where did this band come from? Like, look it up and whatnot. Anyways, he's always like been my guide. And the noise stuff was coming out like around, you know, 2010, you know, around there. And then Pilots was, this band in San Diego was doing really good. And they needed a lead guitar player. So I would jump in, and then we'd had like 2 good shows, and then boom, it went down. Miguel got his girlfriend pregnant and got married. And then it was all of a sudden it died. And that was like my first real band playing at bars now, like venues. Right. Getting, you know, that cheddar at the end of the night. And I was like, oh, I like this. Yeah. And my guitar player, one of my best friends, Eddie, I haven't seen him in a while at that time, and I went to go visit him because he was living in Tijuana with my best friend. His name is Juan, and I went to go see him, and I was like, Eddie, like, Edo, what's wrong? And he was sick. He has lupus. And really? And I was like, yo, Edo, like, your guitar, and like, he's like, yeah, I don't play anymore. And I was like, dude, no, like... Yeah. Hey, like we gotta get you back on your feet, and we started this band.
Sorry, real quick. I'm so familiar with the name lupus, but what is it?
So it what's it called? It tackles your immune system. Okay. So
that's not good.
Yeah. So if you get cut, it's gonna take, you know, usually you know, paper cut takes like about a day, or you know, whatever. If you cut your finger, it'll take about, you know, 2-3 days. You're back on your feet. Right. With lupus, sometimes it takes more than 2 months just to even, like, you know.
So you run the risk of getting like things infected. Yes. And then wow.
And he was really depressed about it. So I think like the only thing that made me help him out, like, that's my guitar teacher. He taught me how to play that C chord. Right. Which took me like 2 fucking months to do it, to get it right. Oh, or the G chord, right? Yeah. And you know, it's a little, you know, club that me and my best friend Juan, and we have another good guy of us. I love him to death. His name is Christ. Literally, his name is Christ. Christ Roman.
Christ Roman.
Yeah,
that's funny.
Short guy, big sound on drums. Okay. And I was like, guys, like, how about we start a super group between friends, and we get Eddie, and, you know, whatever money we make out of any show, we'll like fucking pay his like medical bills and whatnot.
That's awesome, man.
And I was like, dude,
that's so cool.
And yeah, like we talked about it, the 3 of us, one time, without Eddie knowing. And then I was like, look, let's get Edo back on his feet, like. You know, so I started buying equipment, and we formed Eddie G and the Impossibles Club. Nice. And then it was like, we'll have Eddie G, and it will be like James Brown and his backup band, or stuff like that, you know? Yeah. But it was like super dirty, like big time fuzz, big Sabbath sound. Yeah. And yeah, it worked good. And like we were going around the scene in Tijuana and San Diego. And then things got really serious, you know, with Eddie G. And it was like, you know, Eddie sometimes had his moments like, I don't feel good. And he started getting more confident on stage and whatnot. And then just the band just didn't work out. Yeah. And I was like, dude, what am I going to do? Yeah. So
real quick, what is the scene like in Tijuana? What's the music scene like?
Oh my God, you'll love it.
I've never even been to Mexico.
Oh my God. Okay. Yeah. After the show at the Belia, when you go down the train, The next day we're going to TJ.
Let's do it.
I brought you some goodies from there though.
Oh, cool.
As well.
Wow, thank
you. Yeah.
But yeah, the scene. What's it like?
Oh my god, it's amazing. So
really,
everybody over there has their back. It's like each other, and this is what makes San Diego and Tijuana together. There's obviously this big line, which is the border,
right?
And you got a band from San Diego playing Tijuana. Tijuana band will backline in because you can't cross equipment. You have to pay this certain amount of fee.
Oh, okay.
It's really dumb.
That's crazy.
Likewise, we got band from Tijuana. We'll back them up. And over there in TJ, it's what's it called?
Wait. So it's harder for them to bring their equipment over? Is that what you're saying?
Both ways.
Both ways.
Yeah.
So then, if a band plays in the other country, you just play on other people's equipment.
Yeah, I mean, you have to bring your guitars.
Okay.
And they're like, you can bring your snare and your cymbals.
Right.
But if you bring like your whole gear,
right?
Yeah, there's a big fee that you gotta pay.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So no speakers, no amps.
Yeah.
Just guitars, cymbals, snare.
Yeah, and everything you just gotta write them a message like, this is what I use. Okay, we got something similar. Does this work? And then boom, like that.
Nice.
And that's you got everybody. Everybody has your back on it.
So it's a lot of working together.
Yes.
Yeah.
It is, and like even though we don't know like the band, we still like help them out.
Sure.
You gotta welcome them. Mm. The scene out there, it's pretty close to each other. Everybody knows each other there. And my brothers, the band that I manage, Entre Desiertos, what's it called? We have Entre Desiertos, you have this other band, Ramona, Ethics. They all have like their own little scene, and they're all there to support each other. If anybody is playing, they announce it.
Right.
So, for example, if band 1 is playing this show, band 2 is gonna like promote the crap out of it.
Nice.
It's like, hey, we're gonna be there. We're gonna be supporting each other.
Cool.
And it's a whole party scene.
Nice.
Mustache, that's the name of the bar. That's the venue you gotta go.
Cool.
Yeah, you'll love it there.
So your brother's band, you manage that?
Yeah, that's Entre Desiertos. Those are my babies.
Okay, and what kind of music?
Ooh, dang it, that's the kick in the face question. What's it called? I call it that is pop progressive.
Okay.
But it has a lot of sounds of like jazz, experimental, rock, obviously.
Cool.
And psychedelic.
So rock at its core.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's progressive,
right?
And they even have a trap song.
Oh, crazy!
Yeah.
All right, you got to take me to see them play.
Yeah. Oh,
yeah. Because it sounds. I can't even picture what that sounds like.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You're not the only one that's like craving to see them now. I believe they mentioned them before. James Supercave from LA.
James Supercave.
I think one of your
is somebody mentioned that to me recently.
Yeah, one of your podcasts mentioned about it.
Really?
Yeah. See, I do watch them.
No, I believe you. You've been way too kind for me to not believe that you actually listen to it, so it's cool.
What's it called? Yeah, James Supercave, which they're good friends of mine too. Joaquin, Andy, and Kyle, and like everybody else in the band. They play with them in Tijuana as well, and they're always asking me, it's like, hey, we're gonna get us a show with Entre Desiertos. Like, dude, let me know. Like,
yeah.
They just did the show at Desert Days in Tijuana with Ariel Pink and
nice.
And Dive, which was really, really nice. And you got all these bands out there, like all kinds of bands, like metal, pop, punk, experimental, psychedelic, and they all play at the same place, like at Mustache. That's like the bar. That's like the venue.
Mustache.
It's an old house, but the backyard it's turned into a venue. And I mean,
nice. That sounds cool.
It's outdoors, and in the summer it gets popping every single time.
Cool.
Well, every weekend it's like super crowded.
What do you have to say? Well, there's kind of for somebody that's never even been to Mexico, but who has known people who have been to Tijuana.
Yeah,
it's like they what they tell me is like they used to have fun going, but they don't go now. I feel like people have been talking a lot about like being afraid of going to Mexico.
Yeah.
What's your perception of that? Because you're so comfortable being here and there because you travel there a lot.
What's it called? Usually the people that they say that it's like that they don't like it there anymore is because they had a bad experience. But that's everywhere.
They got too fucked up or something.
Yeah,
yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
Oh man, I had like friends that got like their car stolen, equipment stolen as well, and I mean it's just like any other city in the world.
Right.
It happens everywhere. It's just unfortunately Tijuana has a big bad stereotype like, hey, you better careful because they do kidnap people over there.
Right. That's what everybody says.
Yeah. But it's not. If you're looking for trouble, you'll find it.
Right. If you're trying to buy like drugs off of every person and like people you don't know, you're eventually gonna bump into somebody that's
gonna be like sketchy.
Yeah.
Big time. It happens to everyone, Yeah. It happened to me in LA once.
Yeah.
And I'm not like bad stereotyping it.
Right.
What's it called? Yeah, but that's how the scene is. It's super safe.
Okay.
It's just like every city in the world.
Right.
Well,
every city in the world isn't safe though. Like there are some bad cities. But yeah, I mean that's just what I've heard. But my family goes down to Mexico all the time.
There you go.
And so it's like I don't know. I feel like you're probably right. If you're looking for trouble, you're gonna find it.
You'll find it, yes.
Yeah.
Trouble never looks for you though. Unless you wanted it to though.
Right. You got to kind of wish it upon yourself.
Yeah, you can be like, look at me, trouble. I'm right here.
Right, yeah.
Boom, they'll get you, though.
You're like flashing like a bunch of hundreds around. Yeah. You're like, I don't care who sees this. It's going to be hanging out of my back pocket.
And also, the cool thing that I've seen, I don't think I've seen it anywhere else. Tijuana's doing a lot of like local brewery. They're doing a lot of microbreweries. There's a bunch of like bars that they're carrying that going around.
Cool.
And one of the big ones, I would say, it's called Mammoth Brewery. Those guys, they like totally support. Hey, you want to play at our bar? Boom.
Awesome.
And then they'll be all over it. And, like you'll see the flyer, and then it has like their stamp in there.
Nice.
And every single brewery is doing that. So
cool. Really
good,
supporting these bands.
Yeah, everybody's got their back at each other. Same thing with breweries down there. You have Aztec Brewery, like, hey, do you want to try this beer? Or were you thinking of going to this brewery?
Right.
Well, yeah. Okay, well, we have two other breweries, like, and we'll give them to you at this price.
Got it.
And then they got two of ours over there, vice versa. It's
that's nice.
Connected.
That's great.
And, like, it's being super sustainable, like, with each other. It's so great.
That's awesome. I've been talking about, we have a brewery here in Fullerton, Bootleggers, which is really good. And I try to get those beers for the podcast whenever I can. They're more expensive than these, but they're great beers. But I've been saying it on the podcast, and maybe I'm just out of the loop. But I don't feel a strong like scene or camaraderie in Fullerton.
Yeah,
Fullerton's like. Like me, I only go to the Continental Room and Stew Bricks. Those are the two places that I go. But we don't have like a venue out here besides Continental Room that's like the big venue. And there's there's more competition, I think, than like family feelings, at least right here. So I wish that was different, but who knows? Maybe it'll change.
Yeah, and that's the thing, like, that's the thing that makes it, Tijuana really different from everybody, from everywhere else. And same thing with shows.
But do you think that has something to do with, like, just other countries, and then there's the United States?
That's...
Because I feel like it seems to be a characteristic of a lot of other countries, maybe older countries, where they're more connected to their roots and like proud of each other and supportive. And I mean, what's America known for? Hot dogs, hamburgers, Coca-Cola, and money. Like there's no real culture. The culture is just based off of what's in fashion.
Exactly.
But
what's trendy.
Yeah, what's trendy. But there's no support. It's mostly I mean, I could be wrong. Some places probably have really great scenes, but it's tough.
And that's the thing, like, going, you have that little, you have that big specific, I think for me, it's really big over there in Tijuana, that really specific thing that they do, they have each other's back. And then that divides, you have in the border to San Diego, it's like, here you go, we'll send you this, we'll send you that. And that's like the unity. The only thing that's bad about it, it's the border. That's the big thing that divides it. And yeah, there's a lot of people, including myself, that like, they're always like willing to fight it. Like, hey, no borders, no fears, no egos. Right. We're all there in the same thing. And in San Diego, yeah, it's the same. I would say like the scene that's out there as well. It's really supported with each other. There's this it's a really wonderful woman that I admire a lot. Her name is Monica Mendoza. She plays in a band called La Ra, and she has this thing called Girl Independent Ladies. And she gathers all female group bands, well, majority of them, they're fronted by a girl. And she just brings them all together. And I got to give her like props to her because she has bring a lot of bands from LA, like Dreamings, Psychic Love. Yeah. And then
there's a collective or I guess that's what you would call it in LA that's done stuff with Psychic Love. And I think it's actually a record label, Play Like a Girl.
Oh yeah.
And they do the same sort of thing.
Yeah, they do this thing. And then Monica in San Diego and in Tijuana, she does Girl Independent Ladies, and they're all like boom together with it, and it's so cool to do it. Like I went to one of her shows this past Thursday, and I saw so many musician friends there, and it was so great. Like not only girls, but it was like everyone together, and it was like. The big historic venue that we have over there in San Diego is the Casbah. Which you got to go.
Yeah. I haven't been to any venues down there, but of course I'm aware of Belly Up in the Casbah.
There you go. Yeah, you got the Casbah, and that's like the hangout spot over there. And yeah, it was so warm, and like it was, such a great vibe in there. And I was like, dude, more nights like this where, I mean, we're not there for the party. We're there just like to enjoy the music and like, everybody else's presence. Right. It was so good. So that's the thing that it's in San Diego and Tijuana. Like, we'll send you this, send us this, blah, blah. We got each other's back. Cool. Same thing with me. My friend Jamar from Ethics, he runs this thing called Pase Music. Pase means like your pass. Yeah. And what's it called? He does a lot of booking as well. But he works like with big league bands from Mexico City, such as Los Blenders. Yeah. And he called me and was like, yo, can you backline it at this show? And I was like, yeah, I got you. And dude, you're there. Like, if you got it, backline it. Like,
well, that's,
that's what's so unique about it. And that's what I love about it. And
I try as hard as I can to be there for the bands that I really care about. You know what I mean? And at times it's hard. I mean, we're all trying to make money and do all this stuff, but I think if you make your reputation on actually being passionate about the music and, keeping your word, then, people are going to trust you down the line. And then, who knows, maybe it will, like a big chance will come up later on. But that chance won't come up if you're not reliable and you're not passionate. Because people are going to know. They're going to be like, you see that guy, he's always here and he just comes here for the girls or the drinks. It's like
fuck that
douchebag. Yeah, that guy doesn't give a shit about these bands,
Yeah, exactly. And you can tell right off the back, like, when someone's just there for a specific thing, though. That being said, with San Diego and Tijuana and, like, Girl Independent Ladies, Pase Music in Tijuana, I also do this videos that's called AcidTones. Right. And I go to shows, me coming from a filmmaking, as a filmmaker background, I love cinema and I love music, and there's a reason why I shoot them in black and white, and it's just raw, straight footage of what the band sounded, and I do it because I love it. For me, it's cinematic practice, right? But there's nothing like satisfies me than like when I turn in their video and it's on YouTube and like the band shares it. It's like, oh my god, like mission accomplished. It's there. You can use it for whatever. And there's so many. I gone to like every show and like always take my camera with me.
What's your favorite one that you've done so far for AcidTones?
Oh my god, all of them.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
What's it called? Yeah. You know, I don't want to have a favoritism, but I do have like my favorite bands. Obviously, I love my boys, Entre Desiertos. That's a big one. Mm-hmm. A really good one that came out. A big shout out to my Guapos from Prayers.
Okay.
I did theirs. They play at this observatory in San Diego. We actually have an observatory too.
Oh, in San Diego?
Yeah, we have one. It's called
crazy.
the Observatory North Park. There's another.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. King Gizzard's playing there soon.
Yeah, they're playing Friday.
Right? Because I'm seeing them on Thursday at the Palladium. In Hollywood. Yeah.
Yeah, they're playing there Friday. Right. Yeah. Hopefully, I can make it.
I forgot there was a observatory.
Yeah, we have observatory. It's been there for like I would say like 3-4 years, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's still new.
Yeah, it's still new. Yeah. Relatively new.
Wow.
That one, what's it called? I done that. Oh, man, the Entre Desiertos one. It's really good. I did a James Super Cave one. They played at Soda Bar one, and they played at Soda Bar ones, and it came out like really, really like grainy, cinematic, like all black and white. Mm-hmm. You can see like the grain of like the lens because of the light that was there.
Right.
I did a CRX video, Nick Valenci's new band.
Yeah, of course.
I did that one at the Casbah. Yeah, and he liked it.
Cool.
And he reached out and he was like, "Hey, I really like the video. Can you do photos at this show?" And I was like, "Oh shit!"
Yeah. That's awesome.
Now we're BFFF. That's a whole different story, though.
Yeah, we'll ask him if he thinks you're BFFF.
Yeah, we'll ask him though. He says no. But I say yes.
Yeah, he doesn't need to be. He doesn't need to be reached for comment.
Yeah, exactly.
But no, that's amazing when a musician can reach out and just say even the simplest thing, that they enjoyed your work. That's amazing, but. Then when they ask you to take pictures or go the extra mile for them because they really did enjoy your work, it's so gratifying. It makes you feel like you're doing something right.
Mm-hmm. No, and I love doing it. Like I said it once, and I don't get tired of saying it. I do what I love, and I love what I do.
Right.
That's my motto. It's there's days where I don't really want to like take footage of anyone. Because I really want to enjoy the show. But then at the same time, it's like, oh my God, like, I seen the shot. Like, it's right there. I could have get it.
Right.
But, it's for me, it's a win-win situation.
I have that same feeling with podcasts.
Oh,
where it's like, because there's a little bit of like a setup that I have to do, and it takes some time. And it takes, some editing and all this other stuff that seems boring at the time.
Yeah.
But then after I post it, it's amazing. But... this month I had so many podcasts like back to back to back.
Yeah.
And I really got tired. But I told myself, I was like, just do them. Just get it over with.
Yeah.
So you can kind of like get used to being this busy.
Exactly.
And it's been really fun. But there were times where I've gone like, it'd be nice to just stay in bed.
Yeah. Exactly.
But then I meet people like you and other musicians, and they make it, I as soon as I start the podcast, I don't feel any regret.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like this is why I'm doing this, because it's super fun.
Cheers to that.
Cheers.
Hell yeah.
This Natty Daddy, by the way, is creeping up on me.
Wow, it is. It's a naughty daddy.
Wow. Yeah.
It's what. To tell the truth right now, as I get older, yes, I said it on camera. I'm getting older. As soon as I get older, cheap beer tastes better.
I love cheap beer. No, I really do. Supposedly Natty Daddy's pretty cheap.
Yeah, but I mean, look at the amount of alcohol.
Yeah, this was brought by the guys from the Number 44.
Nice.
Which we're gonna go see.
Ah, awesome.
After this, and those guys are so cool.
I'm
they put on a good show. I think you'll really like it. Yeah.
Yes.
But yeah, they're it's like a cheap, like gimmick beer, but man, it's getting me tipsy.
when I was coming over here, I went to the bar on the train.
Yeah,
and I was like, okay, I'll get myself, I'll keep it healthy. I'll get a nice salad and I'll grab a beer.
Yeah,
and I got those like double bastard,
Oh yeah, those
big
are
beers.
strong.
And I was like, cool, yeah, I'll take an IPA, sure. And I got here to Fullerton, and I was just like, oh, dude, it's not even halfway. Like, I'd rather have a fucking Coors Light right now or something.
So you could chug it. Or,
yeah. And I was like, ugh, okay. Right. I remember when I used to like them, you know?
Yeah. I go in and out. I do like cheap beer for a while, and then I'll do like some IPAs. Mm-hmm. But when I do IPAs, I always try a new one.
Yeah, exactly.
Because you get bored of everything.
Yeah, you get bored, exactly. But, so yeah, cheap beer right now, it tastes better than ever so far.
So what are you working on right now, music wise?
Ooh, music wise. Okay, so I for music wise, I'm here to promote. I think that's like the proper way. Or no, you know what? Scratch that. I'm here because I play now in a band called Polux, which I really love.
By the way, I don't think promoting is a bad thing.
Yeah, right? I play in a band now called Polux. Mm-hmm. I did a session playing for a while, you know. I'm still a hired gun, you know, if anybody out there. What's it called? I played drums in there. It's so weird. Me being a lead guitar player. And,
I was going to ask you about that because you kept talking about guitar, but then when we met at MGMT, you were saying you were playing drums.
Yeah, I'm playing drums.
So I was like, them. Damn, I can't play drums for shit. But you're playing drums with them.
Yeah, I played drums for Polux. It's the first time I play in a band that does everything in Spanish.
Okay.
It's so weird. You know, I mean, you got Entre Desiertos, obviously, but that's in Mexico. But and here in Polux, like, you know, we're in San Diego, and we're basically the only Spanish-speaking band that plays in San Diego.
Wow.
All originals, you know, but we play with a bunch of non-Spanish-speaking bands. Like, you know, you got these guys, so and so, and it's like, holy shit, it's a post-punk band.
Okay,
you know, it's experimental. You know, it has this like electronic vibe to it as well. New wave, 80s influence, big time.
Yeah.
You know, I love that stuff.
Me too.
And it's working so good.
Good.
I love it. And we have an upcoming record in August.
Cool. Wow.
I'm really excited about it.
Did you play on it? Did you record it?
Yeah. I played drums in there. I played drums in that whole record.
So were the drums already written, or were you session for that?
What's it called? It's funny because Polux used to be a 4-piece. And their guitar player that was there, well, before Polux, it was called Lazarus. Mm-hmm. And it's so weird how things just like gather. So this guy by the name of Jerry went to his wife order a cake for my mom. My mom makes cakes.
Okay.
You know, and she's a baker. So she went and she took his husband, Jerry. And I know Jerry because he used to play in a band, Labia, back in the day. And I walked in, and then Jerry was like, "Hey, is that I know that guy. That's Albert." Mm-hmm. And I was like, "Hey, what's up, Jerry? Like, what's up with you and Luis? Luis is our bass player for Polux." Okay. And I was like, "What's up with you guys?" "Well, we got this band going on, but we don't have a drummer. Do you know anyone?" And I was like, I can like play." He goes, "Yeah, jump in."
Try it out.
Yeah, I went, and it was just like a party, and I was just like playing simple beats till this day, which we're keeping it that way, and it just felt so good and natural at the same time.
Nice.
And
that's the best. That's all you can ask for is when you have a band to have it.
So the guy that invited me no longer plays with us.
Oh,
yeah,
that's weird.
Yeah. So the guy that brought me in is no longer there with us, and it's a 3-piece band. Mm-hmm. You know, you have Ever de la Rosa, which is our singer guitar player, and you have Luis Noriega, which is our bass player, and then obviously this guy named Lugosy on drums, and I do their vocals. Well, I do backup vocals for it.
Good.
And it was like a whole learning process with it.
I didn't mean good as in like good. Don't be. But like I just mean I love when there's backing vocals in any band. It steps it up like 10%.
Oh yeah, big time. It does like the difference. And when we were doing the band, when we were jamming, Ever just started singing, and it was in Spanish, and I was like, "Is it gonna be in Spanish?" You know, we're in San Diego, guys. and we're not planning to play in TJ like anytime soon. So
I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I personally seek out music in different languages because then it's because I do not speak any other languages or very little. It's like it's a whole new experience to me.
Yeah,
it's like every single song is brand new.
Yeah,
and you know, I'm not focusing on what the lyrics are saying.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm focusing on the tone and the sound. And so the song could be about like, you know, killing your mom, but it sounds like a love song to me. And I have no idea.
And it's so funny because like every single show that we play, obviously the majority of them are non-Spanish speakers, and like it has turned out so well. And I was like, oh my god, dude, like yes, keep on playing. And I'm excited to release the record in August.
Nice.
I can't wait. We have one more song that we got to tackle in the studio, and then that's it. And I'll bring it here.
Good.
Yes.
No, when you guys have the album, please bring everybody here.
I will. I will bring everyone.
And tell me when you guys are playing shows, and if you guys can play at the Continental Room. We get a lot of Spanish bands coming through, which is surprising. Like our Sunday nights when they have like an all Spanish lineup.
Yeah.
It's packed.
Wow.
Packed. And everybody's drinking, like drinking.
All right,
it gets really good. It gets really good.
Awesome, dude. You know
Polux.
what?
Polux.
Yes, or how I like to say it on stage. I like to spell. All right, guys, we're Polux, and it's POLUXXULOP.
Okay.
Sideways.
Yeah.
People get confused. They're like, what? It's just too fucked with that.
yeah. They're like, what?
Yeah.
The rest is silent?
Yeah, the rest is silent. All right, here we go. Next song.
Oh my god.
So I'm doing that. I'm playing drums with Polux, and it's so weird how your friends from high school, all of a sudden, you know, they're my mates. I love them to death. They just decided to come over, and they're like, Albert, we want you to produce our record.
You can record people as well?
And I was like, wait, whoa, hold on.
Okay.
Hey, step back a little bit. What do you want me to do? It's like, we got all these songs. We want to make them bigger.
Right.
Really?
Like, are they really like they have lo-fi demos?
Yeah. Well, it's so weird because when they came in, they presented me already with like, we got our management, we got this, and we just need you. I was like, you do realize that I'm really busy, right? And I have to do.
That's how you sell it.
Yeah, I love you guys, you know, to death. Yeah. But you know, it's like, we wanna do this with you. And I was like, okay. And I'm playing drums for this band called Kid Gruesome.
Kid Gruesome.
Yeah.
Why does that sound familiar?
Oh, you watch The Simpsons?
Yes.
Okay. You gotta rewatch them again.
Okay, but maybe I'm Kid Gruesome. Have they been doing anything recently that I would know of?
No.
No? Okay. Are they would this be their first record?
This will be their first record, yeah.
Okay. Okay. You know what? I think I'm thinking of, sorry to cut you off, but I think I'm thinking of my buddy Ozzy. He's in the Kid Chocolate Band. And then I'm also thinking of that band Joanna Gruesome. So I'm, But okay.
Yeah. So you gotta watch The Simpsons. It's there.
All right.
Ah, fuck. I shouldn't have said that though. Sorry, guys.
I'm sure people that know The Simpsons, if they...
It's like either you see it or you miss it.
Okay.
I was like, whoa.
Okay. We won't get... Well, yeah. We'll see if you know. You know.
And they have this big, you know, 70s sound that I really, really love. And there were just like acoustic songs at first. 2 guitars, singer guitar player. And I was like, okay, we can add this and that. And like I'll start doing the arrangement, raw demos here and whatnot. And then boom, Kid Gruesome came to life. So I got 2 bands now and I love it. Is it still frosty?
I think it's still frosty.
It's at your own risk. Let's see how it goes. Ooh, yes.
All right.
There he goes.
But that's awesome. So you're producing that one.
Yeah.
Kid Gruesome, and then you're in the band Polux.
I'm in the band Polux.
And you're also going to be in the band The Psychic Wave when we play a San Diego show.
Yes, I would love that. Oh my god! When I heard those 2 tracks that they're on Spotify, like right off the bang.
Daisy and Get It Right.
Yes.
We have a new, well, not new. It's kind of, I'm cheating, but it's old songs that I've recorded. There's a new EP called Belly Up.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, which is totally unrelated to that.
To the band.
But Belly Up to me just sounded so like, kind of sexual, but also like kind of gory.
Ooh.
I don't know, like belly up, like I feel like when you're belly up, isn't that a phrase for being like dead?
I think so, yeah.
He went belly up. But then when I also hear belly up, I picture like, you know, you're somebody like laying down.
And then your belly is...
Yeah.
It's up.
Strangely sexual to me. I don't know.
Yeah, kind of kinky.
Yeah, kind of kinky.
I like that.
But it's just a collection of shit.
Yeah.
All right, so we are, I think we're almost at an hour. Yeah, almost at an hour.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So what I want to get from you,
yes,
promote anything you want to promote.
Okay. Well,
and then after that, tell us bands that we should be listening to.
Ooh, okay. Gotcha.
Yeah. All right.
All right. Well, one more thing before that. Cheers to that frosty beer that you got in there.
All right. You tell me what I should know.
Okay. Well, cinematically, I think like this is the only cinematic thing that I've been doing. I'm the chief editor of this blog called Coffee and Metal. So
that's cool.
Yes.
That sounds very adrenaline.
It is. Yeah. So with Coffee and Metal, it started as a album review blog, and my friend Christian Garcia, he calls me Satan for some reason. I love that guy. He recorded himself reviewing the new Megadeth album, and he was just talking shit about it.
Really? That's funny.
And I thought it was really funny. So I edited the video. I cropped it down to like 10 minutes. And I was like, here you go. I added some spiff here and there and whatnot. Right. He loved it. And he's like, yeah, it's this idea that I have to do for Coffee and Metal. And then I was like, cool. So Coffee and Metal started 2 years ago. And I told him, I was like, hey, you know what? Why don't you do the same thing I do, like with AcidTones? I go to shows. You should bring Coffee and Metal and go to metal shows and, you know, support the local bands.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, we did that one night. I took my camera and I was like, look, I'm not going to charge you for editing this whatsoever.
Right. Let's just try it out.
Let's just go give it a go. Let's have fun, man.
Yeah,
Let's go out. And we did it once and we posted it. And then we posted along with that a Baby Metal album review, which so many people hate us for it. But
wait.
Baby Metal?
Yeah.
Oh God. Yeah.
You'll have to explain this to me later. But,
okay.
Okay.
It's a Japanese band.
Oh, okay. I thought it was like babies playing metal.
That's what I thought too. I was like, oh, it's kind of cute, but no, it's a Japanese band. And
okay,
we went to the shows. We did a little segment. Like we walked into the bar and we asked the band before they went on stage, like, hey, can we do an interview? And they're like, yeah, we have this blog called Coffee and Metal, blah blah. Right. We review heavy metal albums and we go to local coffee shops.
Right.
And we review their coffee local in San Diego.
That's a great idea.
Yeah, it's
a good idea. Yeah, and it's fun.
And we did it. We did the first one, and Christian titled it "Local Riffs of Chaos."
Wait. I'm sorry if I'm getting this right.
Yes.
That Natty Daddy hit me hard. But if I'm getting this right, you take the bands to a local coffee shop, or you do the interview with the bands
at the venue.
At the venue.
Yes.
And in the same video, review local coffee.
Yes. That's what that was the concept.
With the band?
No, sometimes we have taken guests.
Okay.
And we do that, like we interview the band, then we shoot a live segment of the band, and then so on.
Got it.
It's like a 20-minute show or whatever.
Cool. Okay.
So we did the first one.
Got it.
And all of a sudden, boom! Next morning, all these like fucking messages from all these bands were like, yo, we play in so-and-so. Yeah. And I was like, Christian, get him. And then now we got to interview legendary, what's his name? The guitar player from the Misfits.
No way.
Oh, Doyle, yeah.
Yeah, wow. I'm not not that I'm not a huge Misfits fan, but of course I know the name is huge. Mm-hmm. So that's crazy.
And everybody, awesome. It's like we got to cover Ozfest, and I was like, yeah, and I was like, yo,
keep this going.
Yeah,
keep doing it.
Christian does all the video shooting, whatnot, and then we have a host now. We have this like super cute chick. She does cosplay, and she does interviews as well. And we go there, we do the segment, and then they send me the footage, and I edit them. So cool. That's extra cheddar right there.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And I love it. It's so good. And everybody's like, hey, coffee and metal, and it's like, whoa, hey,
dude, that's awesome. I'm so happy for you.
Thank you.
I mean, I'm happy that was your idea to kind of set it up that way. That's so cool.
And it's so weird because like we went from like reviewing album reviews, and we do and Christian does the reviews, but for like from local bands, like, and we treat everyone like if it's everyone like equal,
Sure.
And we never say no to everyone.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, we want to play this venue, and like blah blah. Okay, we'll work on it and we'll book it.
Sure.
We're Christian is like on it already. It's so weird from like 2 years how the channel has grown, and
that's awesome.
Yeah, that's what I've been doing.
Cool. I've seen you post about it, but I need to pay closer attention to that. So I'm gonna do that tomorrow morning when I am here setting up my stuff and editing this. I'm gonna I gotta do some manipulation with this a little bit. So what I'm gonna do is do that, and then on my other laptop I'm gonna watch the coffee metal.
There you go, and do it. You get your coffee and your metal. What else do you want?
I'm definitely gonna have the coffee, so might as well have some metal.
Yes, that's cool. Right. So yeah, that's what I do on the film side, and musically.
Okay.
And Kid Gruesome, already talked about it. Entre Ciertos, of course, and then my big bros. I call them big bros because I'm the youngest one in the band.
Okay.
But yeah, that's what we do. That's what I do. I love it. Like I said.
Cool. I can't wait to see you play.
Oh my God.
In Polux, and then I can't wait to hear that record for Kid Gruesome.
Ooh, yes.
And I can't wait tomorrow to listen to or to watch on YouTube. The Coffee and
Metal.
Dude, you got so many great things going on.
Yeah, I love it. I'm a busy guy, and I like it.
Dude, that's what I'm trying to get to. I'm trying to get to there. No. And it's been fun the whole way, and I've had the pleasure of meeting amazing people like you. I mean, who knew that one day we would be doing this?
I know. I've like been a fan since like the Jungle Juice episode.
The jungle. Oh. Wait.
Oh my God.
Jungle Juice.
Somebody was talking about Jungle Juice.
Was that the Death Club one? No, it was a long time ago.
Yeah. I was like, Jungle Juice.
Wait, wow.
I had so many experiences with Jungle Juice.
Who was that? That was so...
I forgot who it was.
That's crazy. But yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I was like, dude, this kid is like amazing.
Oh, well, thank you. No, I mean, I'm so honored to have you on the podcast. And I mean, I was beyond honored when how did it happen? I messaged you and I said, wait, are you going to the MGMT thing? Because I knew you were like San Diego. And then, it was just so great. You sent me your number and then you called me while I was on the road.
Yeah.
And then I was like, I called you like 20, 30 minutes later. I was like, hey, I just got to my hotel.
Nice.
I'm here, and it was just so amazing to meet people that want to meet new people.
Yeah.
And like share these fun experiences. And man, that was so good. And yeah, thank you for caring. And
of course, that's what I'm here, brother.
Dude, I got so drunk at that MGMT show.
Oh, nice.
How was it for you?
I went to this. Okay, so down.
Well, my girl was sick.
Yeah.
Not alcohol sick, but like she had a cold that night. So kind of had to.
What's it called? The thing about downtown San Diego.
Uh-huh.
So where the venue was at, if you go down there, you'll see all the clubs.
Okay.
So downtown San Diego, it's a club scene. Mm-hmm. Hip hop.
Right.
Top 40.
It gets that way here.
Yeah.
Like Thursday through Saturday.
Oh, yeah. So there's not much rock and roll in there, except for this 2 dive bars that are there. Mm-hmm. One, it's called Star Bar, and you get PBRs for $2.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's cheap even for a PBR.
Yeah. You get them for $2, And you get the pint, for $2.
The pint?
Yeah, you get the pint.
Wow.
For $2. And nobody's there at that bar. Never. Oh, yeah. And it's so weird because they have like high-end security. You got 2 big dudes in front. And it's never crowded. Nobody's
awesome.
there. You see all the people like going to all the clubs and whatnot. Star Bar.
Cool. Well, I'm gonna take you after this to my spot, and then I've got a lot of stuff that you need to show me in San Diego because I'm so not familiar with that.
You got your house in San Diego, and then you have your house in Tijuana.
Perfect.
Yes.
So, bands we should be listening to.
Ooh, bands that you guys should be listening to. Wow. Obviously, Polux. Entre Desiertos. You got Ramona. That I've been listening to them a lot lately. I like the Slashes a lot. They're from San Diego as well. They're my brothers. Let's see. I've been listening to a lot the MGMT record.
Yeah, man. That's why I put it out. I mean, I have my records, but I had to put this one out because this is a bond that we have.
It is. So. It's so good. I loved it so much.
Yeah. Very 80s.
Yes, it is. Like every single track on it. It's so good. That for me it's 10 out of 10 record. Let's see. You got the new MGMT album. Dang it.
Sorry. What is Cierto?
Desierto, desert.
Okay, so
Entre, it's mean between.
Okay.
The band stands for in between deserts.
Okay.
Yes.
I was like trying to like figure out what that was because I did take Spanish, but I've lost all that knowledge. Okay.
You'll get it back soon.
I'll get it back soon when I go to Tijuana with you.
You'll get it soon.
I'll have to. All right.
Yeah. I've been listening to the new Caliucci's record.
Okay.
I've been digging her a lot lately.
No idea who that is.
Caliucci is this like chola from like Colombia.
Great.
Yeah, I love it.
Sounds fun.
It is.
Sounds wild.
Yeah, it is.
Okay. Yeah.
I've been listening to that. Believe it or not, I've been listening to Bad Bunny.
Bad Bunny.
Oh God, no.
Is it good?
It's this like trap artist in Spanish. It's so dumb.
Okay.
But it's like I
somehow like it, yeah.
It's for me it's a comedy show. Like I listen to it and like all the lyrics are so stupid. For me it's like a comedy show.
Cool.
But I listen to it.
Yeah, I get what you mean. Yeah.
And let's see. What else have I listened to? The new Albert Hammond Jr. record. I really liked it.
Didn't know he had a new one. Cool.
Yeah. Julian Casablancas put out a solo one, The Void.
Yeah.
I loved it.
They're always great.
Yeah. It's so good. What else have I been listening to that's relative new? Wow.
Well, let's have the last question be.
Yes.
If any of the listeners or watchers are going to listen to one band, what's the one band they should listen to?
Fuck. That's the one question right there. You know what? I'm going to get a lot of bottles thrown out when I get home, but you should listen to Entre Desiertos.
Okay.
Yeah, those are my boys.
All right.
You know?
You know what I'm going to have you do?
Yes.
I'm going to have you... Wait, do they have stuff online?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. You're going to show me some of that right now when we end the podcast.
Okay.
Let's listen to some of it.
Yes.
And share some beers. Well, thanks for coming on the podcast.
Hey, thank you so much for having me.
I'm so happy that you're here.
Honor, though.
Yeah.
I am beyond honored, dude. I'm like overwhelmed.
Let's listen to some of that and then drink some beers and then let's go over to the Continental Room and see the number 44. I'm so glad you're in town. So happy.
Hey, thank you for having me.
Of course. Thank you.
See you guys. Salud.
All right, that just about does it. That's the end of podcast number 46 with Bela Lugosy, my friend Albert. Thank you so much for coming on the podcast and making the trek down here, or up here actually, from San Diego. I really, really appreciate it, and I had such a wonderful time hanging out with you yesterday. I'm glad to have met you, I'm glad to know you, and I can't wait for you to show me around Tijuana and San Diego. That'd be amazing. If you want to follow me on Instagram, you can follow me at The Psychic Wave. If you want to follow my personal account, it is at Andrew Sanishyn. You can spell Sanishyn SANYSHYN. What else is coming up?
I don't know. Things are just feeling pretty good. You know, you'll hear more about what I got going on later. Anyway, thanks for listening to the podcast. I really appreciate it, and hope you have a good day. Thank you.